Did you know that the designer of this game is an accomplished opera singer? Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Arion is my favorite game in the Oniverse series. Well, what is the Oniverse series? That's a series of basically solitaire games. And they're all very attractive, like this one here with the quirky art and everything. I love the art in these games. Look at that. Though most of these games you can play two players, sometimes competitively or cooperatively, but really they shine as solitaire games. Arion is my favorite of the series. This game you can play in about 15 minutes, 1 to 2 players, and about 10 and up the age, though I think you could probably go a little younger than that because it's not a difficult game to understand. I'll give you just a brief overview on here, but let me show you the production. I mean, the production quality. It comes in this box. Now, a lot of the Oniverse games come in these pretty well-produced boxes. And look at all that. The dice, this is part of an expansion. Little different tiles. It's just so beautiful. And by the way, the game comes with a lot of expansions, which help you explore Arion further. All right, a lot of the Oniverse series games come with various expansions, but the base game here is wonderful. I really love it. So what are you doing in this base game? Well, you are trying to build ships, airships. Okay, you're going to try to build 6 of them. And to build them, you're going to need these elements, okay? You're going to need material, you're going to need a blueprint, and you're going to need a crew, okay? The crew is the last thing you're going to gather to be able to flip this tile over and build that ship. Here's the instruction manual. It's easy to understand. It comes with all the expansions, like I said. But you're going to be setting up the table like this. You're going to have various cards. These are packets of cards that at the beginning of the turn you will flip them over, and this is going to be your pool of options, for round 1. And then you have the discard space up there. You got 2 workshop spaces. Those are the spaces you're going to use to build your ships. And you need to build them in a particular order. Like I said, the crew has to come in last. So you're limited in your spaces here as to how many ships you can start building at once. You do have a reserve space. The reserve space allows you to put a couple of the cards in that area there for you to use later. But that's basically how you're going to set up. You're going to roll a bunch of dice, and you're going to be picking up these cards here. Well, how are you going to pick the cards up? By rolling dice. Because the cards, they have combinations like this. For instance, to pick up this card, and by the way, all the cards have different combinations and stuff, you'll need 2 pairs. Which is fine, because you have enough dice, so you're going to roll. You roll 2 pairs, you can pick this one up. In this one here, for instance, you need to roll 4 of a kind to be able to pick this up. This one, you need to roll a full house, 3 of a kind and a pair, right? That's how you're going to be pulling the cards down from that. But gee, Alex, dice, Yeah, I know. Sometimes you're not going to get exactly what you need. And for that, you got these pixies here. You only get 3 of them, which will allow you, when you use one of them, to change 1 die to anything you want. That'll help you get those combinations. You will also be able to discard one of these cards, into the appropriate discard pile there, to be able to re-roll, right? So now you get in the picture. And if you have a card like this, which is considered a book, this is a special card. This card, and you can only have 1 per, 1 at a time. You can't, hoard these things. You'll have to have 1 at a time. And when you use it, it'll give you a couple of other abilities, but also allow you to re-roll up to 3 times, however many dice you want. The books are very good. So that's how you're going to be rolling and trying to gather these cards. So just as a... Oh, here's another ship here I can show you. That's another ship. But let's say we're trying to build this ship here, and the tiles are going to be this way. You only turn them over once you've built the ship. And I want to build this ship, and I see that card there, and I happen to roll a 4 of a kind. I want this card because I need this blueprint, you see? I need that blueprint. So, boom, I take this card. And then, let's say on another turn, this card is there. Well, and I happen to roll a full house there. I want this card. Sure, the card has the crew that I also need, but the crew is the last thing that you add to your construction in the workshop, okay? So we have to go with this material first, okay? So I want this card. I roll that full house. I want to get this card because it has the material I need to build my ship. So I put that in there. And then I roll again, and the next turn or whatever, and I roll 3 of a kind, and I see this card there. The card's available, and now we have my crew there. You see, we have my crew. So I take that. So with these 3 cards in my workshop area, I can then build this, flip it over, and that's 1 airship done. And you got to do this with 6 ships. So it's interesting. You're going to be rolling your dice. You're going to be manipulating your dice. You're going to be discarding cards from that row there to be able to re-roll. You're going to be, acquiring these book cards so that you can re-roll some more, up to 3 times. You're going to need to do that to be able to get the combinations you need, to be able to get the cards you need, to be able to finish building these lovely ships with this quirky art. Isn't that wonderful? Which side up is this? It goes this way. I love that art. I love the art. Arion, my favorite game of the Oniverse series. A very, very nice solitaire game. Like I said, plays in about 15 minutes. So fast and enjoyable. You'll play multiple times. A joy. Arion.